And we're live. I'm here with Jamie Young Richardson, who's got a title fight coming up. How exciting is that, Jamie?
I'm very excited. I am. Yeah, nervous, obviously, but more
Yeah.
excited than nervous. Yeah.
Is it a surprise to you because you only had one fight at middleweight for Cage Warriors? You had one back in the day, but only one on this run. So were you surprised to get the title shot so soon?
A little bit. Yeah, but I'm on like a 3 fight win streak. I know two of them have been from welterweight, but I feel like I'm that level and I deserve it, I guess.
Yeah. And I think when you look around in that division as well, he's obviously had the two fights with James Webb. I don't think that they'd be in a hurry to make that fight again. And there was no kind of obvious person outside of yourself to get the shot. So
No,
I think we're all really excited to see this one.
I think our styles will match up to make like an exciting fight as well. So
Yeah.
that's a plus, I guess.
Having seen his last couple of fights and obviously the last fight where he won the belt, what do you take away from those fights and what do you think are the areas where you can beat him, I guess?
Um, I feel like I have the skills to beat him anywhere, but I've got a few maybe little tricks up my sleeve that I'm not going to say, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel confident going in, and yeah, really, yeah, that's about it.
He's obviously got a lot of power, but I feel like one of your benefits coming up from welterweight is that you move like a smaller guy. You're very fast, and obviously when somebody's got that power, it's going to be a massive advantage to be able to nip in and out that quickly.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm going to be, in and out, picking my shots a lot better than he will. Um, yeah, and I feel like my cardio may have a little bit of edge. I know everyone's saying my cardio's crap or whatever,
Who's
but
saying
I don't
that?
know, everyone, but we'll see, won't we? So.
Oh, I don't think your cardio is a question. I haven't seen that anywhere.
Yeah, well.
And we talked about the fact that you're on a 3 fight win streak. Talk about your other fights leading up to this, and I can never remember why you ended up fighting Phil Wells again. Did he get injured in the first fight? Because it was they were both very convincing.
Yeah, the first one I won by Tico first round. I think he said he hurt his hip or groin like really badly, like during the takedown, I think, and that's
Right.
he couldn't move around as much on the floor, but I still finished the fight. Like some things happen in a fight, you got to deal with it and get over it. But um, they said, "Do you want the rematch?" And I said, "Yeah, I just to settle it and get it over and done with." But then obviously the second fight was a lot closer than the first one, which was fun.
Yeah, no, they were both great fights. And of course, you know that what it's like to fight with an injury. I guess most people do. Um, it's just something that fighters have to deal with. I know, and roll with the punches. But you actually went into your last fight injured, didn't you?
Yeah, I hurt my rib or the muscle in between my rib, and I couldn't do anything really apart from like maybe walk on a treadmill, or I couldn't hit any pads or spar or anything 2 weeks before my fight, and like the first actual bit of contact was that fight. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just pushing through and dealing with what you have to deal with at that time, really.
How close did you come from pulling out of the fight?
Uh, I've never wanted to or even had that in my mind, to be honest. And I knew it was probably going to be the last show in a very long time because of what was happening like around the world and stuff. So that didn't enter my mind pulling out that fight one bit.
So you'd literally have to be going in there with one leg to pull out of a fight.
Yeah, just about.
And what was it like being on that card? Because like you said, it was, you knew it was going to be the last one for a while, and it was a pretty crazy night, and all of the things that happened. What did that make it into as an event for you and an experience?
Well, to be honest, it was good experience. Cage Warriors handled that situation really well, I believe, because
Yeah,
we was meant to be fighting in, I think it was London, wasn't it? That
yeah,
card was meant to be in London, yeah. And like we didn't have a venue until like a couple of days before, I think, and they set it
yeah.
up nice and quick. So props to them for doing that. But yeah, they kept us good. It was really good. Like, but I think it was weird not having a crowd. But at the same time,
Yeah.
I felt it was a little bit better. Like it
In
was
what
less.
way?
I guess it was less nerve wracking. Definitely for me, I felt less nervous.
Yeah.
I could hear my corner, like we were speaking now. That's how they were speaking. I could hear them like loud as day. Yeah, I quite enjoyed it.
As a fan, even though I can't wait to get back and support people in real life, it's been really cool being able to hear the corners just when you're watching fights on TV. It's really interesting, just to hear the different styles, and it's just a totally different like experience for the fan as well.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think you can definitely hear more of what the corner's saying and what maybe even what the fighters are saying or the
Yeah.
shots landed. But yeah, I think it's
Was it
definitely
a bit
better
of
to
a head
watch.
wreck though to think that you're fighting in London, then you don't know where you're fighting, and you're hoping that it's just going to be relocated somewhere, anywhere. You're still not sure if it's going to be called off. People are having opponent changes left, right, and centre. Was that a lot to deal with?
Um, it was a little bit like in your head, like, oh, what's going to happen? Am I going to be fighting? Am I not? But at the same time, I guess you just got to stay positive and think, yeah, I am fighting, and I've got to do exactly the same as I would do as if nothing this wasn't going on. Like especially in like your training camps, you got to stick to it. You can't not I don't know have not train because you think you might not fight or
Yeah,
go do something else. Just got to,
yeah.
yeah,
I think my head would go to some really dark places.
yeah. Go have a beer or something.
Yeah. So talk to me about training in COVID times. I know you train at Force MMA in Stevenage, and also my gym, BKK, that's really close to my heart. And I love all you guys, and I'm really honest when I do these interviews, so I'm completely biased when it comes to my team. So what's it been like training? Who have you been able to train with, and has it been different at different parts of lockdown?
Yeah, I think definitely at the start of lockdown it was harder. Just had to, I guess, train with a couple of people that you can and have places of their own that you can use
Yeah.
to do bits and bobs with. Not necessarily have like a gym to go into if you
Mm.
can't. But yeah, it's been good. I've been training pretty much a lockdown. I've been getting a good 4 or 5 sessions in a week, so I've stayed fit. Let's say,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
through
at the
most of it.
beginning of lockdown, I feel like I was just seeing people like either going off on these ridiculous length bike rides or running marathons, and it took a while before we started to see training pictures filter through, so we're never
Yeah.
quite sure whether people were doing that all along and just keeping it on the down low.
I think some places were, yeah. I know I went on a few bike rides.
So have you been one of the lucky ones who's trained in Jack Mason's garden as well, or has your BKK stuff
Nah,
been at the gym?
no, I haven't been in the famous garden yet. No.
You can't get yourself in there. That's what gets you to the UFC, Jamie. It worked for Corey.
Get in the garden, yeah.
So how much hard training's left? Your fight's on the Friday, the 25th.
25th, yeah. Like it's starting to wind down now. I think I got one more fitness test with Sonny to maximise my output, and I think it's just going through drills and getting everything in my head right now. You know, my technical ability, getting that up to the best it can be for this fight. No more like heavy sparring or anything like that. Just winding down now, keeping fit, like keeping my mind sharp, and just losing like a little bit of weight. To be honest, I could make weight in an hour if I needed to now, so it's all good. That's another plus.
Pretty good.
That's another plus at middleweight.
I've seen Nathias, so he's looking quite big. I reckon he'd need more than an hour.
Oh, I bet he's like that. Oh, like that right now. Eating ice cubes or something.
So let me ask you about some of the other BKK boys that are on the card. Steve Amable, you fought on the same card as him last time around.
Yeah.
You walked away with the result. He didn't walk away with the result. I know a lot of people believe that he should have won that decision, but he didn't. He's now facing Jordan Vucenic at the day after you, actually, Cage Warriors 116. How do you see that fight going down?
I feel like Steve's a lot stronger than him. He's a lot stronger than most people, to be honest. I feel like his takedowns are going to be a big thing in that fight. Yeah, I see him coming away with a victory.
And then we've also got Lee Mitchell on the card, who's facing Nathan Fletcher. I think that's such a well-matched fight. I'm so excited for that one. Lee has deserved to be on the Cage Warriors main stage for a long time, but due to injuries and other stuff, it is taken until now. But are you looking forward to that one?
Yeah, I reckon it'll be a good fight. I don't really know anything about what's his name, Nathan Fletcher.
Yeah,
I haven't really seen anything about him, so I'm not really sure. But I'm sure he'll come away with the win, hopefully. Everyone, like I saw, hopefully we all do.
Yeah, I'm hoping, for a clean sweep over the 3 days.
Yeah,
what other fights are you looking forward to, or do you just focus on your own and you're not too bothered about what else is going on?
Oh, what was on there? I got the title fight after me. Jack Cartwright. I quite like watching him fight. He's good.
Yeah,
he goes in there to put on a show, which I like. So that should be fun to watch. Hopefully, I can get back and watch it in the corner.
How often does that happen, that you get a chance to go like straight after and watch someone's fight? Do you ever get that chance?
Probably not the fight after me or anything like that, because you've got to do your medicals and get paid and all that sort of stuff, like get checked out.
You won't get anybody nagging you in the media area this time. They're not letting us in, so no. At least you won't have to deal with people like me waving my mic about.
Oh, thank God.
And then obviously there's Mason Jones going for the 170-pound belt against Adam Proctor. The following night. That's going to be a good fight as well. I
remember that. I went up to train with Adam Proctor, not last weekend, the weekend before, up in South Shields, and he's a strong dude, man. he's very good. He is very good. I think I don't really want to say what I think, but all I'm saying is Adam's strong and technically sound. So, yeah.
He seems like someone who makes loads of improvements in between fights as well. Just like in the last few of his I've watched, he seems to, really add a lot of tools to his arsenal in between fights. So, yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing for that one as well. It should be a good one. 5 title fights all in all.
3 days.
Yeah, over 3 days. And you're obviously one of them. Like, you were part of the first one that happened, the Cage Warriors 113, when we were going into lockdown and it was crazy being behind closed doors. and you're part of the trilogy, which is the first set of events after. Like, you're part of history, Jamie.
Hopefully my name is screamed everywhere. Probably not, but yeah.
And you can walk away from with a belt from one of the most historic events they've ever put on. How does that feel?
That's the plan. Yeah, it feels good. It feels good that I've actually finally got my opportunity to fight for that world title and hopefully move on to bigger and better things after that, defend it and all sorts. So yeah,
so,
it's a dream come true, really.
What is that plan? Because most people aren't at Cage Warriors for the money. What's the long-term goal for you?
I mean, every MMA fighter wants to be in the UFC, right? That's the main goal. That's the biggest organisation in the world, no matter what anyone says. You know, that's where the best competition is, and that's where you really test yourself as, you know, the world's best. So that's where I want to be eventually, and yeah, I want to go there, as every fighter should want to go there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and certainly anybody who's challenging for a Cage Warriors title has a huge chance of getting to the UFC, because they have got such a good record of, I think they're up to 97 of getting people to the UFC. Most of them have been champions, so it really might not be that far away if you can walk away with the belt in a couple of weeks' time. Is it scary for your dream to be that close?
It is. It feels like it's so close, but so far at the same time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But, you know, it could all change very quickly for me. So I'm, you know, I've put everything into this fight camp, and I'm going to put everything into the fight as well. It's not going to be an easy night for Nathias, yeah. So, and I'm sure it isn't going to be easy night for me either. So I'm willing to, you know, dig deep as I always do, and put on a fight.
You're someone who always puts on a show, and I'm really glad to see you get this shot, this opportunity, and this recognition for your hard work and the win streak that you've been on. And I just wish you all the best with the rest of training and best of skill for the fight on the night. And I'll be biased and cheering on all the BKK guys. Do you want to give a shout out to your sponsors before we go?
Oh God, I should have got a list before I go on this, shouldn't
That's
I?
my fault. I should have reminded you.
Rev Gear. Oh my God, literally blank. Okay, I've got. Do you know what? I'm not going to say anything, because if I miss out one, that's it. So I just want to say a massive thank you to my coaches, guys at BKK and guys at Renegade, Daz, all my family for obviously supporting me, and friends and everyone else who supports me and helps me do what I do. Work as well. They've let me have a couple of days off here, there, and in the week and stuff.
You have to isolate as well, don't you, for like 4 days before? So
yeah,
that's quite a lot of time off work in itself. What do you do?
I'm a cabinet maker.
Oh wow!
So, yeah, but yeah, them guys, you know, are very flexible with me in my training. That's helped a lot. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time, Jamie. It was an absolute pleasure speaking to you. All the best with the rest of training, and best of skill for Cage Warriors 115. Absolutely stacked card. You're one of 2 title fights that night, one of 5 title fights across 3 days. It's honestly the best matchmaking and most stacked cards I've ever seen, and you're part of history again. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
You take care, Jamie.
You too.
Thanks.
Bye.